Hey YouTube, it's the Gun Crazy Guy here. I wasn't going to do a video on this and I changed my mind only because I have looked and looked and looked for so much information and couldn't find it. So I decided I'm going to do a video. Maybe somebody else out there has had this same problem. What we've got is a 2004 Chevy Trailblazer. Alright. It's got the 4.2 Vortec, and the air conditioner compressor, which is right there under that tensioner, went down. This is the water pump. What this video is going to be is how to get this fan and shroud and everything out of here, because it was not easy. The Haynes manual doesn't really give you any detail, and if you've never done it before, it can be overwhelming, but it's really not that big of a deal, I found out. Well, let's start with, there's a bar that runs across here. Take that out. There's spacers under there, so watch them. It's just 6 bolts, 2 there. This is your latch. It's on a bracket with a rubber holder to the radiator. Take that off. It's 3 bolts, and then there's a bolt down in here. I've actually already put that part up. But you take all that apart. That'll free up the radiator. Unclip your cooler lines right here from the fan shroud right here. This is the fan and shroud. This all has to come out in one unit. You can see the fan and the shroud right there. There's the old fan. You unplug the electroviscous sensor, which is the plug on the shroud right there. You get that done. There's a couple bolts here and here to loosen the shroud. These little rubber pieces just snap on some little ears on the side of the shroud, pop them loose. Then what you have to do, obviously top radiator line, you got to get this bolt off. There's a pulley that goes on here like so, and then the fan clutch is screwed on right there. You got 4 bolts right here. Now they say you have to have a GM tool to take it off. You don't, okay? This is what is screwed on right here. Okay, that is your clutch. It's screwed onto the fan, and then it's screwed onto the water pump. Well, I'm also doing a water pump along with the air conditioner. With these 4 bolts installed, and this nut installed, which is that clutch I just showed you over there, use a giant pair of channel locks. Just a big pair. Reach down and grab 2 or 3 of the bolts, the bolt heads. Okay, you see the bolt holes, you know, here. Reach down and grab them with those channel locks and hold those tight, pulling. Now remember, I'm standing in front facing the vehicle, pulling that way to the driver's side. Take a giant crescent wrench. That is a 18-inch. Clip it on. The handle will be, you know, up here somewhere. Take a dead blow hammer. You need a dead blow hammer. I wouldn't recommend using a sledge because you need the vibration and the bounce, because you're going to create an impact tool, like an air impact. So pull to the driver's side with the giant channel locks holding onto the bolts. Put your crescent wrench on it. Bang it to the passenger side. Just, you want that shock and that jarring. And it'll break that loose. Unscrew it. Grab the radiator. Pull it. I don't know, you really can't see it moving. Pull it towards the front of the truck to get your clearance. And you have to take the fan and the shroud all out as one unit. Lift it straight up and out. When you get it out, if you need to replace the clutch, 4 bolts, take a dead blow hammer, knock the clutch loose from the fan, like you did here. Set your new fan on, bolt your clutch, set your torque. Now we're going to do the water pump. Take your 4 bolts out. Take these 4 out. And guys, forgive me. I'm not a master mechanic. I'm a gunsmith. And I filmed this with my iPhone. But you know what? I couldn't find this information anywhere. And I'm sorry if it's jarring and whatever. I just want to get this information out there. I'm sure somebody else has run into this problem. But you're going to take these 4 bolts off. Okay, the pulley will just pop off. Here's your bolts to your water pump. Okay, and this just slides out. Make sure your surfaces are clean back here at the block. Put your gasket on. Slide your new water pump in. Reinstall your bolts. Put your pulley back on. Reinstall your bolts. We've already done the fan. Now remember, you have to drop this in as 1 unit. Okay, a lot of the book says to use the GM tool and, you know, separate the fan and the shroud and all. It's all got to come out as one piece. That's what the book says, but it doesn't really tell you how. So just remember, we got it all put back together. To drop it in, just pull the radiator back to the front of the truck. Takes 2 people, makes it a lot easier. Drop the fan back in. Screw it back onto here. Screw your clutch shaft back onto here. And then reassemble, you know, your bolts here and here. Reattach your hose. I'm going to do an AC compressor is what started all this, like I said. We get down. See, my compressor exploded. I'm going to do another video. I don't want to get too much in each video. But y'all check this one out. And this should tell you how to get the fan and the shroud out. And this will solve a lot of your common problems. Water pump. I don't think you'd have to do it for an alternator. Power steering pump. Changing the radiator. There's 2 radiator supports at the bottom. One on each side. Loosen them, and obviously your hose and your radiator will come out, and your condenser. So that should get you started on the front part of the motor, and I'm going to stop this video here. And I also have a F-250 I have to go fix a shifter on. So I'll update you when we get back on the 04 Trailblazer. All right, good luck with your project, guys. If you have any questions, email me. I've learned this the hard way and figured it out on my own, but you don't need an expensive factory tool. You don't even need to rent one from AutoZone. This should be stuff that you have laying around that'll work, and it's not that hard to do once you figure out how to do it. So good luck, guys. If you got any questions, shoot me a message.